Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea. I am a part-time reseller. I resell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Citizen, and Tradesy. If you're new here, welcome. And please consider subscribing if you're interested in learning a little bit more about reselling. Don't forget to hit the bell also so you can be notified when I post new videos. What I do is I go to thrift stores and I go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Nordstrom Rack, and I find items to flip for profit. This is how I make money online. And if you are not new here, thank you so much for coming back. Today I'm going to show you my year 2020 on recap. Let's see how much I sold on all of these platforms, how much I spent on inventory, how many items I listed, what were my best and worst months. And I'm going to end this video by showing you my best 20 sales for the year 2020. Happy New Year. I'm so glad you're here. We made it. We went through a crazy year 2020 and we made it. So congratulations if you were here. So because I'm a very visual learner, I am also going to show you some visuals. So I'm going to put here all of the numbers that I'm talking about. So I sell on these 5 platforms, but I have been selling on eBay for the longest. I started selling on eBay when my son was born. A few months later, I started reselling his used clothes that didn't fit him anymore. And I grew from there. And that was 5 years ago. I started on Poshmark 4 years ago, but I didn't really take it seriously until 3 years ago. So I've been selling on Poshmark for 3 years. But I would say that as a reseller, listing consistently on Poshmark in the past 2 years. So Poshmark grew to be my main income. It's the platform that I make the most money on, which is very surprising because when I started selling on Poshmark and eBay, I preferred eBay over Poshmark, and now Poshmark is my favorite one. So I'm going to show you my gross numbers, and I'm also going to show you my net revenue. Gross numbers means the sale price, what I sold the items for, not taking into consideration sales fees, platform fees, and cost of goods. And my net profit takes into account all of the sales fees and my cost of goods and the platform fees. So it's the money that I get net that goes into my bank account. So on Poshmark, I sold $16,762, and less fees it was $13,051.68, and my average sale price on Poshmark was $30.83. I sold a total of 642 items on Poshmark, and I made a net profit of $9,102.70. On eBay, I sold $14,833.81. I'm sorry, I'm looking here because I'm looking at the computer. All of my information is there, so I give you the right numbers. Minus fees, I sold $9,670.13. So eBay is different from Poshmark because Poshmark doesn't take into account shipping. It's a flat fee that all the buyers pay. And eBay, it's a very confusing, not confusing, but a little bit more complicated platform because they do take into account shipping. Because some sellers can sell with free shipping, and so everything is in there in the gross number. So it's actually much lower when you take the shipping and the fees out. So I actually sold $9,670.13 after fees and shipping on eBay. My average sale price on eBay was $32.89. It seems that it's higher than Poshmark, but it's not because that number takes into account shipping and Poshmark does not. So that's why it seems higher. I would take about $7 from that number, so maybe $25. That would be my average sale price. I sold 451 items on eBay, and my net profit was $7,832.51. I started selling on Mercari also about 2 years ago, and I sold a total of 4,612. I started selling on Mercari when Mercari didn't actually charge any fees, but I'm taking more seriously now. All of the items that I post are cross-listed to Mercari, eBay. They apply also to Kidizen and Tradesy. So I minus fees, I sold 4,150.8. So my average sale price on Mercari was $21.75. I sold a total of 212 items on Mercari, and I made a net profit of $3,041.71. Now, Kidizen, I only started to sell on Kidizen. I just want to make sure here. Let me see. In July, I only started listing on Kidizen in July, and I sold a total of 554 and 62 cents, and minus fees that was 366 and 51 cents. My average sale price on Kidizen is 25.21. Also, Kidizen makes you offer free shipping, so that amount should be much lower if I was not taking into account shipping prices. I sold 22 items. I made a net profit of $278. So you might ask me, is it worth it to list on Kidizen? I am still testing it out. It's been 6 months that I have been listing there. And I'm going to tell you that I use List Perfectly, and it takes me exactly 1 minute to cross post from Poshmark to Kidizen. To me, if I count how many hours I spend cross posting to Kidizen, it's not like I am buying things to sell only on Kidizen. All of the things that I already created the listing for, I only need to cross post there, and there would be more eyes on my items. So I'm going to keep an eye on Kidizen to see and decide if I should continue to cross post to Kidizen. Also, it's free to cross post to Kidizen. You only pay a fee if you sell the item. I also only started cross posting to Tradesy in August. I sold a total of $558.42 on Tradesy. After fees, I sold $448.21. My average sale price on Tradesy is $79.77. That also takes shipping into account. And I sold 7 items, and my net profit was $362.67. My total gross sales for the year 2020 in all of these platforms was $37,321. Less fees, that was $27,687.33. And my average sale price for all of the platforms is $38.09. I sold a total of 1,334 items, and I made a net profit of $20,617.59. This is taking all of cost of goods, all of my supplies, and anything that I spend on subscriptions and things like that. The only thing I'm not taking out of that number is taxes. So my best month on Poshmark was November. I made a net profit of 1,606. My best month on eBay was July, which I had a net profit of 945 and 32 cents. And my best month on Mercari was August. I made a net profit of $431. What this data tells me is that it's very important for me to have many platforms that I sell on, because 1 month, one platform might perform better than other platforms. I love to see my numbers because I can strategize by looking at them. In the year 2020, I spent a total of $7,215 on inventory, and I listed 1,359 items. The month that I listed the most items was November. I listed 231 items, and the least month I listed was January. I listed 12 items. What a shame. But I have an excuse for that. The last week of January, I went to Chile. I spent 2 weeks in Chile. I went to visit a good friend there, And so I was in January, I was preparing for that trip. And so I also was away for part of January and February. So January and February were not very good months for me. January was still a good month because I had a lot of things listed from the month before. But February was not a good month because I had taken this time off and I wasn't listing or sharing my closet. So now I'm going to show you my numbers on Poshmark. I can only show you Poshmark because eBay and Mercari, it's hard to calculate. And I have the Seller Insight app, so it's very easy to see my numbers. And that's what I'm going to share with you. So you can see here my sales for the year 2020 month by month. You can see that January I sold 34 items, and February it was my worst month with 28 items. Then March 52, and then because March we had the lockdown and I wasn't listing much, April was again very poor. Then I got some donations on Facebook Marketplace and I started listing again. So May was a little bit better. I also got a thread up box, a men's thread up box. So May was a little bit better because of that. And then down again in June a little bit. Then in June, stores started opening, not my thrift stores around me. So I was doing a lot of retail arbitrage for June and July. And then I think in July, I started going to Savers. And then you can see my numbers climbing back up. So you can see that my best month was November. And then December went down a little bit again because I went on vacation. I went to Florida with my son and a few friends. So I planned this trip because December it's a very tough month. My son has 2 weeks of vacation. His sisters, my stepdaughters, are not coming over because of the pandemic. So it would be very hard for him. I live in Massachusetts, it's very cold. So we decided to go to Florida. My husband was working and I decided to go with a few friends. We are very good friends and I trust them. They all quarantined and we all tested and we drove to Florida from Massachusetts. It was a very, very long drive, but we decided to drive because I didn't feel safe flying. I didn't feel safe being in an airport or in an airplane. We got an Airbnb, which is they're doing very well with the cleaning of the Airbnb. And so we're not in a hotel going up elevators and things like that. So we tried our best to be safe and just enjoy the outdoors. I am originally from Brazil, so I have a hard time dealing with the cold in Massachusetts, and sometimes I need to see the ocean, a warm water to go in the water. Anyway, so that's what we did. We were in Florida for about 10 days, so I had to close my eBay. So I had to close my Poshmark, Mercari, Citizen, and Tradesy accounts and not close accounts, put them on vacation except for eBay. The good thing about eBay is that you can just change your handling time. So I changed my handling time to 10 days. The handling time does not take into consideration weekends and holidays. So 10 days was more than enough for me because New Year's Eve is a holiday and then there are weekends in between. So I would be able to get a sale and ship within 10 business days. So I had a few sales on eBay, which was great. Let's analyze my Poshmark sales. What are my best categories? My very best category is shoes. I tell you on every video that I love sourcing shoes. The only thing bad about sourcing shoes is the space that it requires for you to store them. But I sold a total of $1,425 of shoes. Then my second best category was dresses, also because I like sourcing that dresses a lot. And then jeans is another category that I love sourcing. Then pants, which means leggings. I usually don't source dress pants, just active wear that goes into that category. Then bags, then accessories, which means like scarves and belts and jackets and sweaters, tops, and swim. So that is a reflection of my inventory. That's what I like to source and that's what I sell most of. But when you see from all of these categories, which one is the most profitable is still shoes. You can see here, I have 212 pairs of shoes listed, and I sold 127 in the year of 2020. Then the second category that is most profitable is dresses. I have 80 dresses listed and I sold 64. Next is jeans. And then next, pants, which I told you are active wear. Then bags. So you can see here the trend, right, of how many items I have, how many sold, and what is the profit. So next is my average revenue. You can also see here the average sales price that I sell each item. So you can see the highest is $72.50 of suits and jackets. That is because I sold a lot of J. Crew men's blazers, which do very, very well. I source them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and they go for $75, $50, things like that. That's why I sold few, but the average sale price is very high. So that means I should source more of that, right? I only sold, I don't know, 3 or 4, and my average sale price is that high. My second best average sale price is for shoes, which is $37.88. I also sell a lot of brand new shoes that I source at Nordstrom Rack. So let's take that into account, that my cost of goods is also higher on the shoes because of that. Then you can see that jackets also have a very good average sale price of $32.61, and bags also have a very good average sales price of $31.57. Now, my most profitable brands are number one, Uggs. I sold 9 pairs of Uggs, and that is mostly retail arbitrage as well. So you can put the cost of goods there much higher. Then you can see that Cole Haan is a very, very profitable brand for me as well. And Cole Haan, I only sold, I think, one retail arbitrage. All of the other items were sourced at thrift stores. So that's a very, very good profit. For 8 items, I sold about $400 shoes. Then I have J. Crew next because of those blazers. I don't normally source too much J. Crew because they don't usually go for too much, but if you source their blazers, you are on the right track. Then next is Eileen Fisher, also great profit. I sold only 4 items and they were about $300 for the 4 items that I sold. And then I come with Athleta. I sold 12 items, and Fry I sold 3, but great profit for Fry boots. Then Madewell, 8 items. Then Marimekko, which is a brand you should be on the lookout for. It's not a very easy brand to find in the wild. Then I have Lucky Brand. I love picking up Lucky Brand boots. Then I have Lululemon. Of course, it's not a surprise there. I don't find them too much, but they sell very fast and for a good amount. And I have Free People and Anthro. Those are my most profitable brands. Then for how long it takes for my items to sell, the average is 106 days. So my resolution for the year 2021 is to start relisting more items, because some people do search just in. I know I do search just in. And if you just listed an item, that item is going to appear on just in. And if somebody is searching for just shared, that item is also going to appear. I had a lot of sales happening after I relisted the item. So I want to bring down that number for the year 2021. I don't want to wait 100 days for my items to sell. So my goals for 2021 are to list 3,000 items. That breaks down to 250 items a month, which is, I think, is very doable. And I would love to change my inventory system. The way I store my items is I have bins by category. So I have a bins for jeans, and I have bins for dresses and sweaters and so on. I would love to have somebody to ship for me. I was on vacation in December, and it hurts to know that you are not making sales on all these platforms because you have nobody to ship your items for you. So I would love to, this is a very big goal. I would love to have a storage space so I can put all of my inventory there and have somebody ship for me when I'm away on vacation. I take very long vacations just because I'm originally from Brazil, if you cannot tell by my accent. So I usually go to Brazil for a month, and while I'm there for a month, my business stops. My husband does not want to ship anything for me. So I would love to have a storage space where somebody can go there, not into my home. So I would love to have maybe a high school student pick my items, ship everything for me, and I would pay them. That would be lovely if I could do that for 2021. Then I could run my business from wherever I am at. For that to happen, I have to change my inventory system because it would go crazy trying to find things the way my inventory is right now. So I would love to change my photo setup to make things faster. If you are not subscribed to Daily Refinement, you should, because he has great tips. And so I want to change my photo system to what he's doing right now just to make it faster. I want to have a fabric that holds the item, and I'm gonna put the item there. You put it like inclined and put the item, and you take photos. It makes it easier and a little bit faster. So I want to do that for the year 2021. I would love to double my sales on each platform. I am going to double my listings, so I would imagine that that would make it easier to double my sales. Of course, if I keep things the same way they are, listing the same higher end stuff mixed with middle range priced items, then I would love to get my YouTube monetized, and you can help with that. If you like videos like that, please consider subscribing if you have not yet. It doesn't cost you anything, and it will help new YouTube channels like mine get to 1,000 subscribers, because we spend a lot of time posting videos. Time well spent, because we are communicating, we're creating relationships with people who are watching, but this time is not monetized. So it would be great to get by December 2021 with 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch views. I would love to track my hours to see how much I'm making per hour. And I would like to pay more attention to my eBay store, because I think eBay has a very great potential, but maybe I'm not taking advantage of the potential that eBay has. So I would like to do 1 to 2 sales a month on eBay, just to keep things a little bit more active there. And now I'm going to show you my best 20 sales for the year 2020. So I sold this pair of John Fluvog pumps. I bought them at Savers for, I would say, $8 or $9, and I sold it for $85. I believe I sold it within a month. Then I sold this J. Crew blazer for $85. I bought this at TJ Maxx for $6. Great profit there, brand new. Then I also sold another retail arbitrage item, was this Levi's jacket, men's jacket. I think I paid $10 for it at either TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Then I sold this Pajar winter boots. I bought this recently at Nordstrom Rack for around $17, and I sold it for $90 on Mercari. You can see here more of higher end items sold on Poshmark, because eBay deletes all of your sold listings from your account after, I believe, 60 days or 90 days. So I don't have my sales from the beginning of the year. So I think I only show you maybe 1 or 2 things from eBay. So I sold this silk pajamas for $90. This was a very surprising sale to me. I picked this up at Savers for $6.99, and just because it was silk and I could keep it for myself if it didn't sell for too much. I was expecting maybe to get $35 for it. Then I researched the brand, and it is a brand from Canada, and this set was selling for $368, I believe, on their website. So I listed it for a little bit over $100, and somebody offered me $90 within a month, and I accepted it. 328, I'm sorry, I said 368, but it was selling for 328 on their website. Then I sold this pair of John Fluvog. You see two pairs of John Fluvogs here. This was an online arbitrage. Somebody was selling this for cheap on Mercari. So I bought it on Mercari for about, I think, 30 something dollars. Then I sold this pair of Fry boots. No, it wasn't at Savers. It was at my favorite thrift stores that I don't like to say the name because I feel like it's my honey hole. Not a lot of people know about that store. So it's I sold it for $89 and I paid, I think, $9 for it. Then I sold this pair of Cole Haan boots that I bought on retail arbitrage at Nordstrom Rack for $17. I sold it for $90. And I sold on Poshmark this pair of UGG boots. I bought them April of 2019. I bought 3 pairs of the same style and color. I paid, I believe, $30 each, and it took me almost 2 years to sell for $95. So that's a great profit there. Also, Nordstrom Rack retail arbitrage. I paid about $40 for this pair of boots. They are Santana. They're made in Canada. They're winter boots, and I sold them for $98. Then I sold these Freebird boots for $99. I'm not sure how much I paid for them because they were quite heavy, maybe almost 5 pounds. But I bought them at the bins, and I sold them for $99 within a few days. It's a great profit as well. And that sale was on Mercari. And I sold this pair of mother jeans for $100. That was also a retail arbitrage. You see a theme here, right? I had great sales from retail arbitrage. So when people tell me, oh, don't go and buy all of these things at Nordstrom Rack or TJ Maxx or Marshalls, I laugh because I make great profit. You just need to know what to buy. So I bought these mother jeans for $29 and I sold them for $100. I bought them on Nordstrom Rack and they sold within a month. Then I sold this bag. It was a Lederer de Paris. Sorry, I'm butchering that, I'm sure. I'm gonna put the tag here so you can read it for yourself. It was a very nice quality bag. I actually thought it was Chanel as soon as I touched it. It had a very nice heavy construction, and I did some research on that brand. They kind of make bags that are inspired by big brands like Chanel, Hermes, Birks, I think. So they do retail for over $2,000, $3,000. I bought this for $4.99 at Savers, and I wanted to keep it for myself if it didn't sell, and I was not gonna let it go for less than $100. And I had it listed for, I believe, $150, and it sold in December, which I was trying to get rid of a lot of things to make my December numbers better because I was going on vacation. And when I got a $100 offer, I accepted it. So my next item was this equipment dress. I bought it at TJ Maxx for $39 and I sold it for $150 within a month. So I was very excited about this sale. Next sale was this Marimekko coat. You saw that brand in my most profitable brands. It is a very hard to find brand because it's a Swedish brand if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if they have any stores in the US, but they sell online and their items are extremely expensive. This coat was sold on their website for $495. I saw somebody selling it on Poshmark and I bought it for 40 something dollars and I sold it for $150. So that was a great profit. Also, it took me less than a month. Then another retail arbitrage, which is this beautiful silk dress by Eileen Fisher. I bought this at TJ Maxx for, I believe, $49. This dress was originally sold for $458. I sold it first on eBay for $125 and the buyer returned it saying it was a gift for her mother, but it didn't fit her. So I checked, inspected everything, and it returned to me in the same condition I sent in, with all the tags attached, and I relisted it, and somebody on Poshmark sent me an offer of $165. So I'm glad that lady from eBay returned it to me because I made more money selling on Poshmark. And I bought it for $39 or $49. I'm not sure. So I think it's worth it to pay up for some things, because paying $40 for a dress that is going to sell for over $100, in my opinion, is worth it. I forgot to include 3 sales from Mercari to make my top 20 sales. One were these Birkenstock boots that I bought at Nordstrom Rack for about $30, and it took me almost 2 years to sell them, and I finally sold them for $81. The next sale was very exciting. It was my first and only time finding Gucci at the thrift store. I found this bag for $5.99 and Mercari authenticated it for free, and I sold it for $115. This took me a while to sell because it was a vintage bag and it had some wear in the lining in the interior, but I was so excited when it finally sold. The last sale on Mercari was this handbag by Natalia Brilli. This designer does not design bags anymore, and her items are very rare and hard to find. There are very, very few listed currently. This bag sold within a month for $150. I had listed it for $175, and a buyer sent me a $150 offer and I accepted it. I paid $6.99 for it at Savers. Then my last sale and my most profitable sale, it was this beautiful fur bolero cape by Ole Cassini. I found this at the bins. Believe it or not, a very picked through bin, and somebody left this beauty behind, and I picked it up. This lady put a lot of items in her bundle, and she offered me, I think, 20% off of what the bundle cost was. So it didn't actually sell for $195, but it sold for about 170 something dollars, and it was an item that I found at the bins. So those were my best sales for the year 2020. I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a long time to do all this analysis, so it would mean so much to me if you gave it a like, and if you consider subscribing to my channel. Tell your friends about my channel, make them come and subscribe. Help me reach my goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.